Hi, this is Riddick Big Daddy Bo, two-time former world heavyweight champion, and you're watching Cool True Sports.
True School Sports.
True School Sports.
There you go, champ. Thank you.
It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, wanted to talk about, IBF flyweight champion, one of the best pound for pound defensive fighters in the sport today, Sonny Edwards, because Sonny Edwards is a guy that I'm a big fan here on True School Sports. I love watching him fight. And, there was a lot of rumors about him finally getting his long-anticipated unification fight against Julio Cesar Martinez. But like many times with Julio Cesar Martinez, he has decided to not fight him. And there has been a hold-up with that whole negotiation. So now it looks like the IBF is not going to wait for Julio Cesar Martinez to find the balls in his purse, in Eddie Reynoso's purse. They are going to, they've mandated a fight against the flyweight mandatory challenger from Nicaragua himself, Felix Alvarado. And Felix Alvarado, as many of us know, this is a guy, Alvarado, who, when we talk about Alvarado, this is a guy that was the, an IBF champion at light flyweight at 108 pounds. So now, Alvarado trying to make the next thing happen with his career. He hasn't fought since January 2nd of last year on the Ryan Garcia-Luke Campbell undercard. And that was his only fight at 112 pounds. So now he's going to go right into a title fight. Both guys now have a 30-day negotiation period before the fight goes to purse bid. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about this fight. Let's talk about, I guess, Martinez and whatnot, and just where we're at in the flyweight division. So, Sonny Edwards was supposed to fight Julio Cesar Martinez. The targeted date was October the 22nd. And now that's no longer an option. So now steps in Alvarado, a guy in Alvarado who is a 40-fight veteran, a guy in Alvarado who is a former champion at light flyweight, a guy in Alvarado who isn't as fast as Sonny Edwards, but definitely punches harder than Sonny Edwards, and he's very awkward, and he's very smart about how he goes about setting up these power punches. Now, we do know when it comes to Felix Alvarado, the two biggest names on his resume are Kazuto Ioka, whom he lost to, and Juan Carlos Reveco, whom he lost to. Okay? Now, I like this fight a lot because this is the old bull versus the matador matchup in boxing. We're talking about styles. Sonny Edwards is definitely, a matador, and Felix Alvarado would definitely be the bull in this situation. Sonny Edwards gets a lot of criticism because a lot of people say he's boring. A lot of people say that he's not this, he's not that. But a lot of guys don't want to fight him. In fact, according to Sonny Edwards himself, which, we don't know if this is true or not, but Sonny Edwards tweeted just today that, a lot of the top guys at 112 pounds are not interested in fighting him and have turned down fights with him, like guys like Ricardo Sandoval, guys like the WBA champion Artem Dalakian. These guys don't want no smoke with Sonny Edwards, according to him. Now, I don't know if that's true or not because I'm not privy to the figures or the negotiations, so I don't know about that. But what I do know is that Sonny Edwards is a difficult style matchup for anybody in the 112-pound weight class, anybody in the flyweight division. And whether he has a lot of knockouts or, he only has like 4 knockouts in 18 fights. So even despite his lack of power, he still maintains to be a very difficult matchup because he's hard to hit clean. And sometimes guys like Sonny Edwards are actually worse because they're not going to engage with you when you want them to. You're going to miss them a lot, and you're going to get fatigued just mentally trying to break them down and fold them up. So I could see why certain guys wouldn't want to fight him. I trust me, I get it. But I like the Alvarado fight because I feel like, Alvarado is actually a tougher matchup for Sonny Edwards and Julio Cesar Martinez. Truth be told, Julio Cesar Martinez just got the absolute piss beaten out of him by Roman Cholatito Gonzalez. And to be honest with you, you just don't know where he's going to be at going into the Sonny Edwards fight if they were to fight. So I would personally like to see if he can find the strength to get back in the ring. Because, he's had the whole situation with Miguel Williams Arroyo that keeps falling in and out of place. Now this, he's becoming a very untrustworthy guy to work with, So I'm okay with if we don't see Julio Cesar Martinez in the ring again because he doesn't seem like he wants to be the damn ring. If he doesn't want it, why should I want it, as a boxing fan? But the Alvarado fight is good because obviously Edwards holds the stylistic advantage of footwork and agility and things like that, and he's going to try to outbox Alvarado. And the thing about Alvarado is Alvarado's very awkward, but Alvarado can also be very, very intelligent with how he goes through setting up these shots. He has a very good overhand right. He's got a really good right uppercut that he likes to throw. And these things can become problematic for Sonny Edwards. For Sonny Edwards, if he switches off, if he decides to exchange, particularly if he decides to exchange left hooks with a guy like Alvarado, he could find himself in trouble because Alvarado has shown on many occasions, in the fights with guys, like in his last fight when he took on the fighter, what was the guy's name? Did he fought last fight? The guy that he fought last fight on the Ryan Garcia undercard. He showed good kind of punching in that fight. The Israel Vasquez fight in August of 2021. He's shown, the ability to not just be a pressure fighter, but an intelligent, strong, precise pressure fighter. And we just haven't really seen Sonny Edwards in there with, too many guys. Like, he's actually been champion in a lower weight class, yes, but he's been champion. He's not like old, like a Marudi Mithalani. He's not completely on the back nine going into the clubhouse. He's still at a good age at 33 years old. And you'd be led to believe that Alvarado, in the back half of this fight, would be very problematic for Sonny Edwards. Now, I'll say this. If Sonny Edwards goes in there and let's just say he does to Alvarado what he's been doing to everybody he's been fighting. If he goes in there and does the old Sonny Edwards fight where it's like, a 10-2, 12-0, 11-1, Sonny Edwards showboating and looking real confident, making dudes miss, making them pay. If he puts on another defensive masterclass against a former world champion in Felix Alvarado, a hungry, determined Felix Alvarado, then I gotta give Sonny. You gotta really start to look at Sonny Edwards at an even higher. You should look at him with a higher sense of respect, because I feel like he's not really getting that respect. He's being labeled as a pillow-fisted British fighter who's just a good defensive fighter. Which, to be fair, that wouldn't be inaccurate. But he's not just a good defensive fighter. He is one of the best defensive fighters that boxing has to offer in this day and age. So with that being said, and with that being established here on True School Sports, I hope they can come to an agreement sooner rather than later between Felix Alvarado and Sonny Edwards, because I want to see this fight. It's a good bull versus matador type of matchup. I think Sonny Edwards will be tested in this fight, and I think Alvarado is more than a worthy adversary in the ring. So I'll definitely be following this as it continues to progress and things like that. But yeah, that's the news. There will be no unification fight between Sonny Edwards and Julio Cesar Martinez. Martinez has other things I guess he's got to attend to besides fighting, so that's not going to happen. The IBF stepping in. They're saying, you got to fight our mandatory challenge. You got to fight Felix Alvarado, who hasn't fought in a long time. So it's time to let him get his shot at glory. Let him get an opportunity. Let him, get the chance to be all he could be in the sport of boxing. So will be a tough test. Looking forward to it. But let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think about Sonny Edwards against Felix Alvarado potentially squaring off? They're talking about later on in the year, probably October, November-ish. Leave a comment down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me. But I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.
Thank you for watching True School Sports.
No, follow this kid.
Oh.
He's a true, it's a young, true, passionate person who follows boxing. He wakes up thinking about boxing and he goes to sleep thinking about boxing.
This is true.
Good kid, good man, and looking forward to seeing him everywhere in the boxing world.
Hey man, if you ain't subscribed to True School Sports, you fucking up, man. Make sure you subscribe, bro.
Fucking up big time.
Make sure, man.